stuff on here too.
Really?
Yeah, StreamYard, count your days.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, hold on. Let me get IG together.
Yeah, I'm about to go on IG to make sure we live. We live.
Okay. Look at that. Okay, we live on Twitter. What if y'all feel like it's been a while?
It has been a while.
Damn, Gina.
Yo, the days are moving.
The winter, like, it's here. Fall here. It's starting to get a little nippity outside. You feel me? What up, everybody? It's 21 titles in the building. Y'all know we usually go at like 7, but WNBA semifinals today. Okay. And we wanted to get in before that because we got stuff to do. We got to get ready for the week. You feel me? Like, the day's just been flying by. But welcome to the 21 Titles Weekly Recap. I am your host, Brittany, with my lovely co-host right there.
Shantae.
Yes, and together we make up 21 Titles. We are essentially a consulting firm motivated to continuing to grow the game. Student athletes are now able to monetize their name, image, and likeness. So, you know, we didn't get a chance to do that. So we love that for them.
We love it for them, but
we love it for them, and we report on it, you know, from time to time.
Brittany, you may be able to get some money, by the way. We're gonna talk about it, but
right, based on what some of these athletes is doing now. I've been calling for NIL back pay for a long time.
Getting some back pay.
People been looking at me crazy, but look at this. We done seen Reggie Bush.
Come on.
And today we're gonna talk about Terelle Pryor. But yeah, these are the things that we talk about every week. So please get in tune. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We're gonna talk about some women's sports. Obviously, WNBA playoffs is going on right now. We're gonna talk about some NIL. We're gonna talk about some culture. Jadakiss got some stuff going on, so you know we had to shout them out.
Come on, big New York.
It's only right. And yeah, Google also too has some new features for their search engines that we wanted to talk about. So let's dive into it. We can get right into the sports recap. So WNBA playoffs.
WNBA playoffs have been a doozy. I mean, you know, luckily for us, we had the great opportunity because it's been a while since we've done a Sunday recap. Brittany went to game 1 of Liberty versus the Aces. And then I was able to attend game 2 of Liberty versus the Aces. That was a dope experience. That was the first time I was able to do that. But game 3 was on Friday. We had, again, the Liberty versus the Aces, but the Liberty were not playing at home. They were playing away.
Right.
And to be quite honest, they got punched. Let's just get to it. They got punched on Friday. The Las Vegas Aces beat them 95-81. And in comparison to game 1 and game 2, where, you know, the Liberty had home court advantage, they came out really pushing pace and really controlling the pace very early. Right. It was very clear that the Las Vegas Aces was not, they weren't ready to go home. And they showed up. They showed up and came out aggressive and controlled the pace very early. It was a fast-paced game out the gate. We had several lead changes throughout the first half. And it was a back and forth throughout the first half. Now, come third quarter, is when we started seeing the momentum shift. You want to talk about the second half, Britt?
Look here. I kind of predicted for that game that the Liberty were going to lose. And quite frankly, I low-key wanted them to prove me wrong. But, for the second half, I felt like, the Aces, they continue to control the pace of the game. I mean, we went on a couple of runs, but it just seemed evident that the Aces had the momentum for that game. And I'm going to say, like, I didn't expect them to get swept with you having the MVP on your team. And they coming back home, like, I really didn't feel that the Liberty were going to put it away. I didn't feel confident, so it just looked like the Liberty were out of sorts most of the game. They really kind of kept Sabrina in a funk. Like, she really didn't get her into her rhythm the entire game. Clearly, they upped their defensive pressure. They looked like a stellar defensive team on Friday. It probably looked like their best defensive output for the season, besides Asia, collectively as a team. So, it just was an ugly game for the Liberty on Friday. And the guards of the Las Vegas Aces came to play. Chelsea Gray had a good game. Kelsey
I felt like she was in rare form. I mean, in the playoffs, I'm gonna say that she was in rare form. She came ready.
Facts.
She came ready. Hold on a second.
Jackie Young.
Yeah, I'm about to say Jackie Young in comparison to game 2.
Yeah, she was the difference maker for sure.
She was the difference maker. She came out a lot more aggressive, in my opinion, on especially with shooting and just her attempts.
Facts.
In comparison to last game, she shot 6 for 16 in game 2. In game 3, she shot 10 for 18 and then 4 for 10 from 3. She was just a lot more aggressive. And like you mentioned, the Las Vegas Aces were a lot more aggressive on defense. They made it very difficult for Sabrina. The amount of turnovers in comparison to game 1 and game 2 was also a big thing, which kind of, lends to what you just said about just the Vegas defense, them stepping it up on defense. It really showed last game. So I didn't know if you wanted to go into your predictions for today's game. I guess we could take it, since we're talking about the Aces and Liberty, and next we talk about Minnesota and Connecticut. I guess we could talk a little bit about what we feel like needs to happen on both sides. And then maybe predictions.
Yeah. So for me, I'm gonna just say my prediction. I feel like the Liberty are gonna close out the series tonight. Okay. They have to make adjustments on the offensive side. I feel like they have to establish JJ early. They have to establish Stewie early. Sabrina needs to see the ball going early as well for her to keep her confidence high for the game. Something that not a lot of people are talking about that I see with the Liberty, they are terrible in the open floor when it comes to 2-on-1, 3-on-2 conversions.
They do not capitalize off of that at all. It usually ends up in a turnover or just a failed attempt. Or it's poor. It's a poor shot selection.
Poor.
At a time, and it's hard to watch. To be honest,
right. Like in the open floor, when they got a 2-on-1, 3-on-2 opportunity, they have to capitalize in this game, okay? And moving forward, if they want to win a championship, there's been plenty. That's I am because I see that and nobody's talking about that. That's number one. defense. They have to make sure they're up in the defensive pressure. They got to get in Jackie's grill. Why you all in my grill? That.
Nah, but for real, they yes.
Y'all got a Leone Swiss Army knife. It's time. This is a game she needs to play big for them, especially on the defensive end. You gotta use your length. But Nigel Laney Hamilton also got a defensive pressure on Chelsea Gray. Y'all can't let her get into her groove, because like once she start getting into it's right? Like once you get Kelsey Plum talking, it's over. Like she is over. So keep them quiet today. Also looking at the points in the paint. Whoever controls the points in the paint today, I think they will be the victor, and also the rebounds. Okay? So, but I got the Liberty winning on the road. How about you?
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I came in like I don't know who's gonna win, because you know what? It's tough. It's a seesaw between these two teams. I'm not gonna lie. Before Game 3, I was like, okay, I don't know if the Liberty are going to take Game 3, but I didn't think they were gonna get punched the way they got punched. I'm not gonna lie. And so that changed my thought process a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little on edge when it comes to the Liberty. And I hope that I'm wrong, but dare I say, I'm gonna go Vegas. I hope I'm wrong. Let me also say that. I hope I'm wrong, and this game can go either way. I think anybody watching, or just anybody watching us right now and anybody watching the games, know this can go either way. I'm just taking into account how the Aces came out last game, and how I feel like may have sent this. It sent a message. It sent a message, and I think that they're going to be riding off of Game 3, and they're at home. They have home court advantage. Everybody will be popping out to these games. Shout out to Shedeur Sanders and everybody else that popped out to the last game. I also think that plays a part. Yes. And they're just not ready to go home. They're not ready to end their season. This will be history in the making, because we have yet to see a team come back from down 2. Mm-hmm. But dare I say that the Las Vegas Aces may be able to pull it out if, in fact, Chelsea Gray shows up like she did last game. Last game, Game 2, Game 3, they had 4 players in double digits. That's really big for the Las Vegas Aces, because we haven't seen that on a consistent basis. Now that could be positive. At this point, in order for them to win, they're going to have damn near all their scorers in double digits that's on the floor. And that's exactly what happened in Game 3. And I think that they're going to be riding off the energy of Game 3. And if, in fact, that's the case, and the guards come out ready to play and they lock down Sabrina like they did last game, I think they're the Liberty are in for a fight, and I got the Aces winning.
All right. Well, there y'all have it. Our predictions for the first Game 4. I got the Liberty winning. Shantae has the Vegas Aces winning, because they riding on the momentum. Okay. And before we move on to the next series, please make sure y'all following us on all platforms. As mentioned, it takes 2 seconds to just click the button. 2 seconds, y'all. 2 seconds to click a button. Okay? We most greatly appreciate it. But moving on to the Minnesota Lynx Connecticut Sun series. Okay? This has been a good series so far. Okay?
It's been a spicy series.
Very spicy series. So Game 1, if y'all did not see Game 1, Connecticut stole the show, and beat Minnesota in Minnesota. I was shocked. I was shocked. Yeah. Okay. Alyssa Thomas hit, and that's a bad way to lose. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all let a lady that got 2 torn labrums in her arm hit a free throw shot like that on y'all. Okay. She's a professional athlete though, but still, y'all let her hit that shot to beat y'all. And then the last play of the game, Fee, that was a terrible play. Terrible play. I don't know what play I drew up. Like, Fee looked like she could have got to the basket and made a layup, and then they did a foul exchange or whatever. No, she pulled it back out and shot basically an air ball. She hit the backboard. Okay, it was a bad play at the end. So I think the Sun got lucky, to be quite honest. To be quite honest, Dewana Bonner shot terrible that game. She shot 4 for 17. Okay. Marina Mabry also shot Traka from the field. Okay. But she hit 6 threes. So she went 6 for 11 from the 3-point line. But overall, 6 for 19, terrible. Okay. And to capitalize on that, Minnesota shot bad as a team. Okay. So when you look at the game and you look back and watch, Minnesota played terrible. They shot terrible. So that you're really not expecting that because the team is well balanced. Okay. So I get why the Sun stole the game in the first thing. Okay. So that game two, Minnesota comes back, obviously, and they seal the deal. Okay. Courtney Williams, she comes back and she plays well because the first game she didn't play too well. And we're not really banking on Courtney Williams playing bad because she's very consistent. Okay. But so game 2 is kind of an anomaly to me because Fee did not shoot well. Fee was like 3 for 14 from the field in game 2, but Minnesota still won because they stacked. Okay,
right.
Dewana Bonner did not shoot well again. She shot 4 of 15. Marina Mabry also shot. I don't have her exact field goal percentage, but she didn't shoot too well again. Shantae. After looking and recapping these games, I know we gotta usually wait for the game 4, but I'm going Minnesota. I'm telling y'all right now.
I'm with you.
I'm going Minnesota on the road. This might be an unpopular opinion today. Y'all thinking that the Connecticut Sun are going to extend the series? Nah. I truly feel that the Minnesota knows it's game time and they want to rest. They don't want to have to go back home on Tuesday to beat the Sun. They don't want to do that. So they're going to come out today smoking. I'm telling y'all. They are going to come out today smoking. Fee dominated game 3. She was hitting all types of fadeaways on Alyssa Thomas, okay? All types of fadeaways, all types of up and unders. I was like, yo.
Nah, yeah.
I'm like, nah.
Walking bucket. Yeah.
Walking bucket. I'm here to say we're going to have the unrivaled co-founders in the WNBA finals playing against each other. Yes.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
Fee's too offensively gifted. I'm sorry. There's nobody on the Sun that can stop her. There's nobody.
I don't have any retort to that. I'm going Minnesota. Yeah. I'm with you. I'm going Minnesota.
And then also too, why I picked Minnesota, you have to look at their team. The team. Courtney Williams, mid-range mafia. She's Kayla McBride. Okay? We don't even be talking about Kayla McBride, and she's a pivotal piece. Nobody be talking about her. Bridget Carlton done hit some big shots this year, y'all. big shots. Okay? Sandra Lassini, she barely played, I think, last game. Not even. She ready to come off the bench. And I think Dorka Juhas, if Dorka plays today, Dorka, she gonna have a breakout game. Dorka Juhas, do y'all know how big that lady is? She's like 6'4". She's like 6'4". Big body. Okay? I just think Minnesota's too stacked, bro. They too stacked. And I'm missing somebody. I ain't even talk about Lena Smith. Also, on the WNBA All Defensive, I think she's second team All Defense this year. You got the Defensive Player of the Year, and you got somebody else that's second team All Defense on your team? Yeah, I'm going Minnesota. I'm Minnesota today. They went on the road. And Minnesota's also 14-5 on the road this year. They get it done. I seen them beat the Liberty in the Barclays.
Yeah.
On the road. Impressively. Okay, so that's what I'm going with, y'all. Y'all see, I'm hyped. I'm hyped for the games today. So if y'all see some stories where I'm shouting and doing all that, y'all gonna see it today. Okay. And then rolling on to just the awards, right? WNBA awards came out. They've rounded it out. We still got a gripe with how y'all announced the MVP. That was really kind of crazy. That the rollout
there was no intention, effort.
Yeah. Remember, y'all, effort is a direct reflection of interest. Okay? It's a direct reflection. If no effort is being induced, then there's really no interest there. So, Kathy, WNBA, we got a gripe to pick with y'all there about our MVP. Dejanay Carrington named Most Improved Player of the Year. I'm not mad at that. I think she deserved that. I think also too that Carrington is capable of doubles every night.
No, yeah, we've had that conversation before.
Yeah, like we were shocked this year to hear, like earlier this year, it was like her first, or maybe one of her first triple doubles of the year.
Doubles. Like, that was the shocking stat.
Huh? Yeah, she should be averaging that easy. Like we said, Nafisia Collier won the Defensive Player of the Year. You know, rightfully so. Her and Asia all year, I think, going back and forth. Minnesota Lynx Cheryl Reeves was named the WNBA Coach of the Year and the WNBA Executive of the Year. Cheryl Reeves, she just knows how to put teams together. Like, she's a mastermind at that. Like, if I am Cheryl Reeves, or if I'm building a team, I would love to have Cheryl Reeves in the front office. Because she understands player personnel, she understands chemistry and just how to put stuff together. Quinn, what's goody, y'all? Quinn! Happy Sunday, Quinn. Happy Sunday.
How are you doing?
Yes, Quinn, he showed up. Links are definitely stacked. Yes,
no,
stacked. That's a fact. Everybody say hi to Quinn. Quinn with 2 N's. That's one of our friends we met from Web3 that actually we bang with. Okay? Because some of y'all in Web3, y'all cray.
Shady Sundays. We're gonna bring the Shady Sunday.
Yo, tell me about myself. It's terrible. But keeping on. De'Erica Hamby, she won the Kim Perot Sportsmanship Award this year. I needed her to win something this year because she was doing numbers and she helped us win that 3-on-3 bronze medal this summer. Okay,
absolutely.
As an alternate, okay, as the alternate, we got to remember that she came in last second and did what she needed to do. Okay, so shout out to De'Erica. Caitlin Clark, Rookie of the Year. That girl balling this year. Balling. Okay. And Tiffany Hayes, WNBA 6th Player of the Year. That
retiring.
Yo, that's legendary. That's
no,
legendary.
It is.
That's legendary. You come out of retirement and then you winning awards? Yeah, that's legendary. Shout out to Tiff Hayes for that. Shout out to Tiff Hayes.
Definitely gonna break down her clothing line too on a later date.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to Tiff Hayes.
That's a fact. Shout out to Tiff
So
Hayes.
congratulations to all those women that we just mentioned.
Facts. Oh yeah, you put Nika.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, like you know, we got win this week that Nika Mule, you know, obviously she went to go play overseas. And I believe that was one of her first games, if not the first game. And she was killing before she went down. I think she had 11 points at the time. She was doing her thing. And then, you know, come to find out she tore her ACL. So we're sending well wishes to Nika Mule. Knee injuries have been very prominent throughout this, you know, through college season into the W. And I don't know, like Brittany and I talk about this all the time. We both have suffered knee injuries, and it's just tough, right? Like,
very tough.
It's tough. It's mentally draining, physically draining.
And then for her situation too, like she was on the Seattle Storm this year, if y'all did not know or were not aware. And you know, she had limited minutes this year. Obviously because it's a stacked team, right? Drew Lloyd, Skylar Diggins, Becca McKay, like there's a lot of people, Jordan Horston. There's a lot of people on that team. So her role is different, right? So but she
always
still
seemed like a positive.
Right.
She brought a lot of positive energy on the bench and amongst her team members. That was very evident. Every time you saw her.
Absolutely. She gave great energy, and you just seen that. And then it's just unfortunate that when she goes overseas, because this is what most of the players have to do, y'all, to kind of supplement their income. They play all year round. And it's so crazy because the team that she was playing against is Fenerbahce, right? And we just seen that Tina Charles is over there, like immediately. Gabby Williams is over there immediately after finishing. So we see Nika Mule go down when she's getting significant minutes. And I just wonder if that shift in load contributed to the injury, because you're going from having limited minutes and you're being on the bench and you're just practicing and making sure that you're staying in conditioning to being one of the starters overseas. And you already know overseas is a different monster. Like, let me say, I played overseas. I was a professional basketball player. It is way more physical overseas than it is here. And I'm going to say that, okay? And the pace of the game is much faster. So I think that may have played a role because girl was balling. 11 points, 9 assists in her first game, like, and then goes down. So I'm just sending so much positive energy to Nika, especially for her mental, because overcoming a big injury like that is it takes a toll. It takes a toll. So you need a great support system around you. So
absolutely,
just sending positive vibes her way. And that's it. That wraps up our sports news. We're moving on to now the business of sports, which is really our sauce. So yeah, expansion draft.
Yeah, I love the fact that. Well, yeah, I appreciate the fact that the W is trying to be transparent on, just what happens with or what is going to happen with the expansion teams. And yeah, Golden State, they lay out the expansion draft rules, and that's this past week or two. And they let us know how this was about to go. So Golden State, they're going to be able to pick one player from each team, current team, and the teams will be able to protect up to 6 players on their rosters. The list will include every player a team holds the rights to at the conclusion of this current season, which will come to an end expected deadline of December 16th, or 10 days after the expansion draft. If Golden State uses a selection on a free agent player, they will be getting whatever rights that player's past team had. And Golden State will have the ability to select one unrestricted free agent who has not been cored by their team for 2+ seasons. I think this is interesting, and I want to see how this goes. And now that I have a better understanding of how this works, I do want to see how this is going to go.
Right.
Come the deadline, and who Golden State picks up for their team.
Yeah, I'm interested to see, but I don't think they're gonna make the list public. I want to see like the core members that the teams select for each team. That would be nice to see, but I don't think that they're gonna see that, or they're gonna allow us to see that.
Well, maybe
you think?
Sometimes they announce who's cored. They announce who's cored on teams. Like we knew that.
But they're gonna tell us the 6 people that they.
Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
I want to know the 6 people. Yeah, definitely want to keep.
Well, maybe. Well, I don't know. We'll have to see. But I am interested in seeing, I guess, the faces of Golden State, and then also what's been floating around is, what's going to happen with Teresa Weatherspoon. And I mean, that kind of leads into our next topic.
Yeah.
With the coach firings. And then the last one being, Teresa Weatherspoon and everybody calling Chicago stupid, essentially. And
right.
If you haven't listened to our Beyond the 9450 episode, you should definitely check or tap in with that episode. I believe we did this back in July. We talked about the different franchises. We broke down a few franchises within the W. The first one being the Chicago Sky. And we talked about just their ownership group. We talked about some of the poor decisions that they've made throughout the course of Chicago Sky's history.
Yeah.
And I think we can add this current firing as part of one of the worst decisions that they've made as a organization. And we've seen a lot of people, speaking out about it. Even Becky Hammond and a few other, Angel Reese, and there's been a lot of people expressing disappointment towards Chicago. I think I could speak on behalf of us both by saying we were very disappointed and shocked, surprised. But I do think that there's been like small little hints floating around to some degree, like on Teresa Weatherspoon's IG posts. Like I've been seeing some purple hearts here and there, and I'm like, okay, what is it saying? Like, is she going to LA because LA needs a coach?
Right.
Or is this like, can we assume that she may be potentially coaching at Golden State, right? Either way, we hope that Teresa Weatherspoon is doing well at this time. When she came to the last game 2 at the Barclays Center, she got a huge round of applause for just, it's Teresa Weatherspoon. She's goated in New York. Like,
right.
She's goated. So she felt the love. She looked very teary-eyed and emotional. And I think that was also pivotal at that time for her to feel that, considering what just happened. Right. So I still like to say we don't know where Teresa Weatherspoon is going. However, it'd be kind of cool to see her end up coaching another team in the league. So we'll keep y'all posted about that. But Chicago, you still silly. Let me be clear. Chicago, you still silly. How dare y'all? I just, the connection that she had with the players. Why would you want to sacrifice that, man?
Right.
I don't understand that.
Right.
Michael, I can't think of Michael Alta. Michael Alta, we already have expressed on multiple occasions how we have felt about you. You know, being a realist, and if y'all don't know who that is, y'all should Google Michael Alta. He is he's part of the ownership group of Chicago. He's been there, I think, for over a decade. He's been in real estate for over 2 decades. So we didn't understand with his experience specifically in real estate, we didn't understand why the Chicago Sky still couldn't find a legit practice facility where they don't have to share space with common people.
Yeah.
At a community, so I'm gonna just say like a community center. And I also want to say I saw pictures floating around with the Connecticut Sun and where they had to and how they had to practice before a playoff game. It's disgusting. You know, having to share half a court.
Yes, with a 2-year-old's birthday party. Yeah, this is what happens in the WNBA.
Are we serious right now?
Yeah. Yeah, so, right before a playoff game. It's not regular season. This is a playoff game.
I don't even care if it was regular. Let's say it was regular season. That's still utterly ridiculous. These are professional players. But anyway, let me not get sidetracked. Back to Michael. You've already been holding a nasty award, but you are still a recipient, and you're going to continue to be a recipient because I believe Cheryl Swoops mentioned your name.
Yeah.
When it comes to this firing of Teresa Witherspoon, and if that's the case, you need another award. You just gonna keep collecting nasty awards because what are you doing? It's very obvious that you don't have good intentions for that organization. And maybe you don't pay attention to basketball. I'm starting to question, like, do y'all watch basketball?
Nah, they just got the money to.
So y'all got the business, but even that, you failing at that. I'm gonna be honest. He's doing a piss poor job. You've been in real estate for over 2 decades, and you're not doing what you need to do. Blend your experience, your business experience, and bring that to the Chicago Sky. You've been sitting on your ass the entire time. I'm just gonna be honest. You've been sitting on your ass the entire time. And now that, different organizations are upgrading their practice facilities, now all of a sudden you want to talk about upgrading their practice facility.
Yeah.
You're full of shit. You're full of shit. And you keep making piss poor decisions. So
that's a fact.
That's my mini rant about the Chicago Sky. Shout out to Teresa Witherspoon. And we'll keep y'all posted about that.
That's right.
Moving on. Just also, we talked about this earlier with A'ja Wilson regarding Game 3 at Las Vegas and the celebrities that pulled up. I just love the fact that we saw Shedeur Sanders pull up and show admiration toward A'ja Wilson. She's been getting a lot of love this season, as she should. She's been killing off and on the court the entire time. But yeah, Shedeur was there. He showed up. We saw him speaking with the Aces owner, Mark Davis. I saw Mark Davis talk about you could be a Raider.
Right. This is
ownership business. And again, if you haven't tapped into Beyond the 9450, we talked about how the Raiders are actually part owners of the Las Vegas Aces. They're part of that ownership group. So,
Mark Davis is at the helm of that.
Yeah.
He know what he doing. Mark Davis. Look, Mark Davis, that haircut look.
Put a bow over that man.
Mark Davis. Mark Davis.
Crazy,
that haircut look it look outdated, but look, he's still a great businessman. Okay, so he understands. Yes, let me go introduce myself to Shador. Okay,
right. He's like,
this
you
may be my future quarterback. This may be. You don't know.
You don't.
Right? Like relationships are so important. And Shador probably knew what he was doing too. Shador know how to use his social equity. He know how to use it.
No, that's a fact. He do.
Okay.
I'm not going. All right, we getting, but I'm getting off the.
Go ahead.
We talking about football now, but I did see, Cam Newton came to a game and tried to dap up Shador before the game, and Shador was like, "Nah, you be on goofy shit, like,
really?
you on some goofy stuff." Yeah, and he got same energy with Travis Hunter, but come to find out, it's because Cam Newton has said in the past some things that would have rubbed anybody the wrong way, right? Like he said something like to the effect like Shador Sanders, you won't be able to play at a Power 5 school. Because him coming from Jackson State, and see that's also, we'll talk about that another time. But don't come over to me now trying to
right.
Don't
When
do
I got
that.
receipts, I got receipts.
I felt the door, like, keep that same energy when you
look.
see me.
We in the season. The celebrity idolatry is dead, y'all. These celebrities are crazy, bro. They'll talk mess about you, and then you do something good, and then it's all no. Keep it. Stand on business. Stand on business. Just like Cat Williams said at the beginning of the year, we're gonna see the truth come out. The truth will set you free. It will set you free.
Yeah.
Cam needed to hear that. He needed to hear that. Your goofy self on this damn. Yeah.
So that was the thing this week. But yeah, shouts to Shador for stopping by and coming to the game. And then we saw Mike Evans plays in the NFL. He had on an Asia Wilson MVP shirt. That was fire. Getting ready to go into the game, had the shirt on. I was like, oh, this is tough. That's real social equity. Throughout the whole season, everybody's like, we don't know if she's marketable. Okay, what now? Like, the shirts them sold out dumb fast. Every time she has a drop, everything sells out immediately.
Right. Y'all goofy. The goof troop is on the internet. Just like Shador shut him down, shut Cam, you goof troop. Yeah, y'all goofies. This is crazy. Saying that this girl was not marketable. Saying black women are not marketable. Y'all are insane, okay? We're one of the most marketable people in the world. Because do y'all see our hair? Y'all see our hair? Do y'all see our hair? Like, I can switch it up. How many times? And people still turning their heads. Every time. Y'all gotta stop this. And y'all gotta stop letting trolls influence y'all insights also too. That tells me that y'all easily gullible. Y'all not even coming from credible sources, and y'all letting these rumors roll off my back. Y'all gotta stop. Asia Wilson, let the Aces lose. Because let them lose. Asia's coming back. She's going to score 2,000 points next year. Watch. She's going to score 2,000 points next year. And then win another MVP and another Defensive Player of the Year. And y'all still going to be talking crazy, okay? But moving along, because I just go on tangents. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, it's fine.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Still in the business of sports. We're gonna go on the NBA side real quick. Patrick Ewing, he joins the New York Knicks as basketball ambassador. I feel like this is only right. It was confirmed this Friday at the Hall of Fame Center. Patrick Ewing has joined the organization as its basketball ambassador and will assist with basketball and business operations. And this is a quote from Patrick Ewing himself. He says, as I said the day my number 33 jersey lifted into the rafters at MSG, I will always be a Knick and I will always be a New Yorker. I can't wait to get started in this new position and to officially be back with the organization that I love so much. This is fire. I love the fact that, and we've seen him, just being really active at, games. We've been seeing him a lot more. I love this. I love that they're reaching back out to the OGs.
Yeah.
Just to, I guess, broaden their reach when it comes to audience. And so this is dope.
They trying to reinvigorate the feel. Okay.
Yeah, like bring back the feeling.
Right. The Knicks, obviously, we got some traction going, right? You got the new Knicks, Jalen Brunson. We just got Cat.
The new Knicks. I'm about to say. Yeah.
Right. I'll preface. I'll hold my comments about Cat to another time. But a new storm is a brewing in New York for the Knicks. So I like this move because it's showing us that they want to capitalize off the nostalgia of the Knicks. Like Patrick Ewing was a very, very big part of them stellar Knicks teams back in the 90s. Okay, we talking about the Knicks teams that our fathers loved that couldn't win. Okay. I'm still mad about when they lost to the Spurs in '99 and Avery Johnson hit that shot.
It always hurts as a New Yorker.
It always hurts. Like it always hurts. But yeah, Patrick Ewing's from the era. Charles Oakley, Anthony Mason, John Starks, Allen Houston, like them. Okay, they put on for us back in the day. So I love this. They know what they're doing here.
They do. I love to see it. So just the Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, and then one last thing I just wanted to bring up. I'm not sure if y'all know, some senior reporter a few weeks ago came at Dejanay Carrington. Remember
Christine
that?
Brennan.
Yeah, that lady. I don't really want to go into detail about her, but just know that DeWanna Bonner pressed her after she made these comments.
Oh, I must have missed that, but I like that.
She pressed her. There was a whole article about it, about how it was a one-sided conversation as well. So I'm assuming that DB was just going at her and giving her flames.
I mean, it was more than welcomed, to be honest. Like,
right.
You asking me, you trying to antagonize me. It's not even trying. You are antagonizing me.
Correct.
And Dejanay Carrington handled herself very professionally. I think I speak on behalf of a lot of us in saying a lot of us would not have communicated or responded the way that she responded. But that's why she's the professional and I am not. I'm just gonna be honest. But then I did see Dejanay. I mean, she kept the buck on her IG live and was like, "You a goofy," and then added Christine. Now, more information has come out. I haven't had the time to really dive deep into it. I know Christine mentioned something about her boss. Christine is only, I think, really just focused on covering Caitlin Clark. And when there's potential stories for her to write about Asia Wilson, her boss tells her not to. And then, we have those conversations about racism. At the end of the day, racism is in every aspect, sector, under every umbrella of America.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what it is. This isn't new information, but it may be new for some people. But it's in every aspect of this country that we live in. So I can't say I'm surprised, but you need to call it out. And I didn't see what DeWanna Bonner said. I didn't hear anything about this, but sometimes you gotta pop out and show. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show.
Yeah. And you know what?
It's that simple.
I love that for the fact that that just shows your teammate riding for you. Like, DeWanna Bonner is a 15-year vet. Dejanay, I think she's been in the league maybe, 6 years? Maybe 6 years, something like that. So she's relatively still new. So, like, this is like the vet taking care of the young kid on the team. Like, yo, you good. I got your back. And I love that because all my career, all my upperclassmen took care of me.
Yeah.
My upperclassmen definitely took care of me and had my back. So
right.
I love that. And the fact that, y'all, I played against DeWanna Bonner in college.
She's a problem. I mean, been a problem, still a problem.
You know what? I'm just blessed. I'm able to tell y'all these stories, y'all. Okay? Like, these women are still playing. I played against DeWanna Bonner when I was a junior in college. This was over a decade ago, and she's still playing at a high level.
Still giving buckets, too.
Still giving buckets. Like, the class, like, bro. Shout out to the women in our class that's still hooping. Like that. This is why I go so hard for Tina Charles. This is why I go so hard. Y'all don't understand. We played against these people, and they still hooping. That is admirable. That is commendable. Okay, so shout out to DB for backing up her teammate. I love that. That go hard in the paint.
Yeah, I love it. I love that.
Okay.
So that was all we have for the business of sports. Now we are moving into NIL news / college news. Now this is gonna be fun to talk about because at the beginning of this episode, Brittany talked about NIL back pay, and I was like, "Yo, Brittany, you may be due some compensation. you may get some back pay." We saw, and you put me onto this. Terelle Pryor didn't even know this was a thing. He sued Ohio State, the Big Ten, and the NCAA over NIL dollars. Now, Terelle Pryor was a big deal back in 2008-ish. So that's around the time. That is the time Brittany and I was in college. Brittany and I was in college during this time.
Yes.
Terelle Pryor was a big deal. I think he was one of, top 5, top 10 recruiters. He was in that top 5, top 10 conversation.
Yes.
Went to Ohio State. What I did not know is that he actually left Ohio State in 2010 because he was having issues. Basically, they were suspended. Him and 4 teammates were suspended in 2010 because the NCAA was like, hold on. Y'all are selling championship rings? Y'all are selling your jerseys and awards? And y'all are getting these benefits? And, you are working with a tattoo parlor close to your school and promoting the tattoo parlor and receiving money for advertising this tattoo parlor?
That sounds like early. That sounds like early NIL.
It's giving early NIL, right? Like it's giving that, right? I had no clue that. I don't recall this story. I'm trying to think back, to 2010. I'm like, did I hear about this? I don't remember that specific story.
Right.
But nonetheless, after this suspension, he decided to leave in his junior year and just go to the league. He decided to just go. But he's suing right now because he's like, hey, I was Terelle Pryor then, and I was killing. And y'all was using my name, image, and likeness everywhere.
Right.
Everywhere. And I'm owed some money.
Right.
I brought money to US, I brought money to the school. I brought money to the NCAA. I brought money to the Big Ten. And I need my money. And so a few months ago, we saw that Reggie Bush filed a complaint against USC, the Pac-12, and the NCAA as well. And he also is arguing that he needs to be paid for compensation he produced for USC, for Pac-12, and the NCAA. I mean, the NCAA literally makes billions of dollars.
Right.
And has made billions of dollars for so many years off of the backs of student athletes. Y'all are owed money.
Yeah.
Now, I know that we still have the House settlement happening.
Mm-hmm.
That's been up and down too, because they're like, okay, cool. The 2.5 billion or whatever, the 22 billion y'all talking about, it actually should be more, because we're having OGs like you, Brittany, come back and talk about I need my money.
Right.
Then there's another reason. They're like, hey, okay, cool. You talking about D1 schools, but what about the little schools like LIU? Like other schools that maybe do some bread still too.
Right.
So y'all need to increase the damages that are owed, because this is not going to cover everybody. And right now in the settlement, they're only willing to pay student athletes, I think, back to 20. Don't quote me. I feel like 2018 or something. Like that's or like something recent.
I think 2016.
Okay, so it just won't be enough. And I mean, the more I read this article, I'm like, can the NCAA go bankrupt? This is my first thought is, will the NCAA go bankrupt? If they go bankrupt, like, what does this look like? And I mean, Brittany and I have talked about it on the Beyond 9450 episodes and on our weekly recaps. Like, the whole NCAA infrastructure is changing.
Correct.
I'm going to say within the next 2 to 5 years, it's going to look completely different. I don't even know what it's going to look like. We have, investment groups interested in buying college sports or athletic departments. This is a whole new
private
regime.
equity entering.
Private equity. This is something we've never even heard of before in the college sector. So this is about to get extremely messy. I mean, you have, like I said, Reggie Bush, now Terelle Pryor. There's several other student athletes that have graduated and have played professionally now that are coming back, and it's like,
right.
I need money because y'all are still using my name or my image during NCAA, like during March Madness.
Yeah.
During all these bowls, for football.
Right.
On merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
All these things matter.
I'm still on I'm still at the restaurant, the local Applebee's.
Yeah, all those things matter.
All of that.
All those things matter. So it's just an interesting time. I want to see how they handle
cut the check.
The Reggie Bush.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to set it off. It's Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
I think he just
set it off
trophy winner. Just got that back. Yeah, I think he's gonna set it off. I think his complaint or his is gonna set it off. So I want to keep a close eye on that. But all this is gonna do is he's already opened the floodgates, but if and really when he wins, because I feel like he's going to ultimately win, it's gonna open the floodgates for everybody to go file a claim.
Yep. Yes.
And it's like, well, damn, NCAA, how much money do you really have? We're about to see.
I want to know how much y'all have made.
Oh, a lot. And it's not, now that we know the information, like, we already knew it was unfair back with, like, the O'Bannon case. Like, these are, like, all of that, we already knew this was unfair, but the more you, like, think about it, it really is unfair.
Yeah. Facts.
Y'all put in restrictions. This is a monopoly. Mm-hmm. This is a violation of antitrust laws. This is what they found under. Like, because how dare you? So you're paying me. You're not paying me, actually. All you're doing is covering my education, right, so that I can provide everything else so that y'all can make multi-million dollars off of me, and I can't even sell things that I've won.
Yes.
I mean, it's crazy. I probably wouldn't have sold my championship rings if I, in Ohio State, but like Terelle Pryor, but I would think that was his business. I won it, but that goes to show you didn't own nothing.
Right.
You didn't own anything. You here to get a education. And the NCAA didn't give a damn about nobody's education. I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all.
Yeah.
This is a business. They understood the business before we understood the business. Mm-hmm. We're catching up now. And so shame on the NCAA. Shit. I done told you how I felt about the NCAA.
Facts.
And lift all those suspensions on coaches, NCAA. Lift any suspensions that y'all have on coaches because they were even though I don't think it's illegal, having conversations with kids, trying to get them to go to school. Lift all those, because y'all been doing it. Y'all let a lot of shit. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all let certain things slide with certain people for a long time. A long time. Y'all turn a blind eye to certain people, and then your eyes are wide open with other people.
That's a fact.
Now y'all can't pick and choose, and now y'all on the chopping block. That's why I don't have no grace for the NCAA. I don't feel bad at all for what's happening with the NCAA.
Me either.
Bankrupt them.
They gonna look. It don't matter if they get bankrupt. They gonna get bailed out anyway. Somebody gonna bail them out. They gonna bail out. They gonna get bailed out. So y'all might as well dish out the money. Dish out the money that is rightfully owed to these student athletes, because y'all now have opened the floodgates for us to monetize anyway. You should have been able to. Y'all should have. If y'all would have did this a long time ago, we wouldn't be having all of this stuff right now. They know that. They wanted to be greedy and they wanted to do that. So now this is the karma that comes with it.
Everybody don't think they knew that this day was gonna. I don't think they thought this was going to happen.
Well, then they thought wrong, because y'all been playing with us. Y'all been making billions and billions and billions for years. And now when we come to try to get our money, now y'all acting, no. Nobody got sympathy for you. This is like the boy that cried wolf. Who cares?
I don't feel bad at all.
Nobody feels
I'm over here like,
nobody
what's
feels
next?
Bad. Right.
Can't wait to see what happens next.
Let's get it.
That's what happened with Terelle Pryor. We'll keep you updated with that and with Reggie Bush.
Okay.
Moving on. Travis Hunter. We just talked about Colorado. But last month, he signed an endorsement deal with United Airlines. That's a huge deal. And the full terms of the deal were not disclosed, but he is currently featured in advertising and social media posts for United throughout the year, along with promotion from his account. What I thought was fire was that this partnership came about because Deion Sanders actually, I think, tweeted that Colorado needed to put a hot tub on a plane for Travis Hunter last year. And then United Airlines followed up tweeting a picture of a hot tub on a plane. So after that is how this partnership actually came about. And I think that's fire that, this is where we're at. Like, partnering with United Airlines is a big deal. I mean, Travis Hunter he's him. He's him.
Look, have you seen the viral clip of him playing basketball?
No, I didn't see that. Is he good? I didn't see it.
He could play.
I gotta see it.
He's dunking on people. He's sham guarding people. Like, he's.
I didn't see that.
Like, you want to see an athlete? Like, he's an athlete, and he looks good. I'm like,
I didn't see it.
Look here, that boy is good. He's
good.
I
gotta check him out.
He's just an athlete. Like,
he's him all around. Then okay, that
all
makes
around.
sense.
Okay,
that makes sense.
So I love this. Yes. And he's his most authentic self too. Like, I love that he's not afraid to be himself. Like, this dude be wearing onesies on campus. Like,
I have seen him.
Yes, he's a character. Okay, but that just goes to show you when you live and you thrive in your authenticity, things just come. That's an alignment. So shout out to Travis Hunter for getting another deal.
Love that.
That's fire. And now rolling into some, just want to touch on this. We're not going to stay too long on this, but y'all already know we love tech. So not sure y'all aware, but Google dropped some new AI feature the other day that lets you search the web by uploading a video, which is insane. So Google, obviously, I know, has been the dominant search engine for more than a decade. However, to stay competitive with the new generation of AI search engines, right? We got ChatGPT, all these different things that's coming about, right?
Yeah.
Right? Google, that has pressed Google to step its game up, right? So they've also done their due diligence by implementing AI. And on Thursday, Google launched new ways to search that leverage AI, starting with the ability to search using a video in Google Lens. Now, if you're curious about something happening in real time in front of you, you can ask Google about it by shooting a quick video of what you are seeing. So this is essentially what they said. You open up the Lens in the Google app on your phone, you hold the shutter button down, and you audibly state the question you want to learn more about. Google shares the example of a user recording a group of fish swimming in a circle at an aquarium and asking, why are the fish swimming together? Then you will get AI overviews and more things as the prompt, as you prompt it. So essentially, they're just adding more features to these things. I don't know if you've seen, like, when you enter it, like if you do a Google search now, there's like an AI overview.
Yes.
You see that now, right?
Yes.
So this is in addition to what they're doing. They're implementing artificial intelligence because they have to stay competitive to the other people, y'all. Okay? So Google is always trying to find ways to reimagine the Google search, and this just happens to be one of it. Okay, so I wanted to bring that to your attention. Y'all can now, if something is going on and you don't understand, so like maybe you're outside walking in nature and you see a butterfly doing something crazy and you're like, what are they doing? Maybe you take a video of it and then you send it to Google. Google, what is this butterfly doing right now? The butterfly is probably propagating the plant. Like the Siri's going to tell you, whoever's going to tell you what it's doing. Okay, so that's the idea.
That's crazy.
Okay, we at that point. We at that point. This would probably be a good thing to use, like when you out on like a camping trip or something, you know, and you like, hey, what kind of plant is this? Because I just
rubbed up against it. I thought about Naked and Afraid.
Right. Yeah. Wow. This is coming handy. What did I just rub up against?
Yeah, but the privacy aspect is gone. I mean, you were just talking about earlier about all the cookies, and the privacy aspect of the internet, I mean, has been gone, but god damn, like, I don't know.
Nothing is private anymore, y'all.
I mean, we don't own our data. We don't own our data. Okay, our data is getting shopped around like it's in the black market. It's getting moved around for the right amount of money. So I'm not trying to serious this out or bring a damper, but it's true. But
nah, you just bringing the reality.
Yeah,
that's really what that is. Okay,
I guess shouts to Google. Yeah, I guess.
just say this is just for awareness, y'all. Just to make y'all aware. Like we're trying to work harder and work smarter at the same time. So if this helps and you doing those things, then I wish you well. Right. So that was it for our tech news. And before we get into culture, just make sure y'all following us, please. We're on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. one follow can help us stay in track with the algorithms. Okay? Please, just make sure y'all following us. We see all 50 of y'all right now. Just make sure y'all following, okay? Also, if you on Instagram, you popped in, please tell a friend and tell a friend. And Shantae, let's round it off with the Jadakiss story.
Yo, first of all, Jadakiss is legendary. He's a legendary artist who's part of the Locks. I mean, and they're from Yonkers and New York, and with us being like native New Yorkers, it was only right to talk about Jadakiss. But I think it's important and dope to talk about like evolution. So obviously Jadakiss came into the rap game very early with the Locks. Now he's older. His career,
he's ascending.
He has slowed down in regards to the music space.
Right.
He's ascending in different industries now, and I think what really like sparked. I mean, granted, before the verses,
Mm-hmm.
The Locks.
I'm outside.
Yeah, where the Locks did what they needed to do against Dipset. I think that just triggered a lot of different things. So like, there's a hat. It says Locks on the cap.
Mm-hmm.
But they wore it during the verses. And then after that, they started selling the hat. And, I seen Joe Budden with the hat. I seen a couple of people with that hat.
Yo, was that styled by T. Marcus? Do you think?
No, come to find out it was styled by Styles P, his wife. I think that's what the article said, that she actually styled the hat. And then after they wore it at the verses,
that's perfect marketing.
People was like, "Yo, where can I buy the hat?" Yes. And so it's been flying off the shelf since then. That's number one. Number two, then we got to talk about Jadakiss having his own coffee.
Yes.
Which has been doing very, very well.
I love that.
And again, he's just getting more into business. It's called Kiss Cafe. He got different, different types of coffee. I haven't tried it. I don't drink coffee, but Jadakiss has been on his health and wellness, and shouts to Styles P because he has been on his health and wellness journey as well. And them tag teaming, and then Sheik too, because I've learned that Sheik owns a few buildings. Okay, Sheik owns a few buildings, but just to see the growth, and Jada is crazy. So now he's entering the food and beverage realm, and Brittany, introduced me to Barcode, which is, I don't know if you want to talk about Barcode a little bit, or how you even came across Barcode.
Yeah, the drink. I actually think that they are actually the official drink of the Brooklyn Nets as well. So Barcode was introduced to me just by a friend. I met him at one of these gaucho events that we did. Me and Shantae did an event with International Grind, which is shout out to Duran Scott. And I met just met a random person. Really, I thought it was random that day, but
yeah,
a nice gentleman who is in the beverage industry, and then months down the road, fast forward, he's affiliated with Barcode and kind of put us on to that drink. It's an electrolyte drink. It's it's a competitive sports drink to kind of compete with Gatorade, because Gatorade has a very vast market share on the beverage industry. So Barcode is essentially another
healthier version. It's a healthier version, and it tastes good. I mean, after Brittany Gate introduced me to it, I started seeing it at my local supermarket. Everywhere. And I would get different flavors, and then I would tap in with Brittany and be like, "Yo, this flavor's good. I prefer this flavor over this one." Right. And I had no idea that Cal Kuzma is, I think, part owner of Barcode.
That makes sense.
If you haven't tried Barcode, see if it's in your local store, and then let us know how you feel about it. We're not ambassadors of Barcode. We would love to be ambassadors of Barcode, but we are currently not. So this is just us giving our honest review. But I was pleasantly surprised to learn that Jadakiss is an ambassador of Barcode, and he just talks about how he's always in like Bronx bodegas, and then he has partnerships and ownership in Juices for Life, which is a juice store, a juice shop in New York. I mean, there's one in the Bronx, there's one in Queens, and then there's one in Brooklyn. And they've been doing really, really well. They've expanded beyond juice, right? They've started making like vitamins and like holistic things that you can take to take care of yourself. Shouts to Styles P and his wife. But I say all that to say, like, all three of the men that we mentioned that are part of the Locks have grown into businessmen right before our eyes. And I don't know if a lot of people are paying enough attention to it, but this is real culture. That's culture news. Like, this is culture news. Like, the intersection between hip hop, sports, now food and beverage.
Mm-hmm.
It's, the relationship is so tight with just hip hop and sports and then just business. So, just wanted to put y'all on the Barcode and then tell y'all what Jadakiss is doing with Barcode. And again, if you haven't tried it, you should definitely go purchase it.
Facts. And also, Juices for Life is like a staple for us in New York, the Bronx. He usually positions or tries to position juice bars in food deserts, essentially. Like Castle Hill is where me and Shantae grew up at, and that's like their flagship location, essentially. So shout out to them just injecting positivity into the communities, because that's what we need. And people come out and do support the juice bars. So we love it. We love it. And last thing I just want to speak about before we go. If y'all haven't seen the viral clip of the kid at the free throw line doing the TikTok dance and then missing the free throw, have y'all seen it? Have y'all seen it? Yes, y'all have. Y'all seen it?
No, yeah, I saw it on your IG Live.
Yeah, y'all seen it. Y'all seen it. Kids, this is a reminder to not do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Social media has got y'all messed up. I'm going to just say it. I'm looking directly into the camera. Don't do it. Don't do it. I have nothing wrong with dancing. There's nothing wrong with it. Don't do it in the game. I don't care if you up by 50. I don't care if you up by 100. Do not do it. And coaches, keep your kids accountable, because it's y'all fault that these kids even have it is y'all fault why they even take the chance to do it, because y'all not keeping them in check. Don't do it. Don't do it. And this is for the people that keep asking me to coach, and I'm gonna send y'all that clip 1,000 times, because that's a lot of the kids these days. Y'all want to play but don't want to put the work in. But y'all want uncommon results. Y'all want to get awards and accolades. But y'all doing TikTok dances at the free throw line. That's it. That's all I got to say. I'm sorry, Shantae.
No, why are you saying sorry? Listen, you heard it. You heard it here first. Stop playing around. That's what she's saying. Take it serious.
Like we take this joint so serious, and the kids.
Yeah, we used to take it very serious.
Oh yeah.
Serious. Even as young women hooping, we losing. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to leave me alone. I got an attitude.
Yes.
Like, don't call my phone.
Right.
I may be getting shots up after the game.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So yeah, no, I get it. Don't say sorry. You're right. We are about to end in a few minutes, but definitely tap in with our colleagues, our family. The 9450, they're currently live on Twitter right now, recapping game 3 and then giving their predictions for game 4 real quick before the games this afternoon. Anything before we get out of here, Brig?
Nah, make sure y'all just follow us as always. You know, that's really what this is. And as we leaving, we hit the 50 the 50 mark. What's good, y'all?
Thanks for tapping in with us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for tapping in. We ask and appreciate if y'all just hit that follow button. Also, to hit the bell. Hit the bell on y'all profile so that y'all can get notified anytime we go live. If y'all want unbiased insights for women's basketball, follow us because we're not here for headlines and clicks. We're here to really relay good information and information that is that's A1. We're both former athletes. Everybody that we deal with in some capacity are former athletes. So we're bringing you great insights and authentic and genuine insights from people who actually lived through this. So we appreciate y'all time. Thank y'all for rocking with us for these past almost 90 minutes. This is a blessing. So
yeah,
we're gonna find ourselves in our friends' room over at the 9450. So follow us over there. We love y'all. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.
Peace.